So it's adventure bike season, and yesterday we went on our first dual sport ride. Felt really good to get out there and explore. I'm gonna put a clip up so you guys get a little preview of what that video is gonna look like. Spectacular scenery, can't wait to put that together. But today's video is going to be about this baby. How are you guys doing today? This is Jody with the J-MOTO channel, and we've got another big adventure bike video for you. Last summer in August, my friend Chris and I, he's got a 690, and we decided to go to the Whipsaw. And the Whipsaw is a pretty iconic off-road trail located outside of Princeton, British Columbia. It's about 90 kilometers in length. It takes about 4 to 7 hours to complete, depending on your pace and your skill level. It's definitely suited for more off-road vehicles, Jeeps, trucks, that type of thing, but it's actually really fun on motorcycles too. So just to give you a little history about the Whipsaw. So it was blazed in 1948 to connect Fort Hope with Fort Kamloops, and slowly over the years it turned into a recreational off-road trail. So today's video is going to be Chris and I, and we're leaving our home base in Pemberton and we're heading to Otter Lake just outside of Coalmont. So that's what's going to happen. Stay tuned for number 2, and we'll actually be riding Whipsaw. Hope you guys like it. Ready to rock. So there's a few routes that we can take to get to the Whipsaw. We're located in Pemberton, and Chris and I decided that we were going to go down the In-shuck FSR, which takes us down the left side of Lillooet Lake, and eventually we cross over Lillooet Lake and connect to Harrison. For anyone who hasn't done this ride, I highly recommend it. It's not that difficult. There are a few sections that are a little tricky. The beginning part is super beautiful, lots of water, nice views. In the middle, the road opens up a bit, a little less traffic, but you do run into logging trucks, so be cautious. Look at those views. The closer you get to Harrison Hot Springs, the better it gets. The views keep on coming. It took us about 4 hours to do the whole trip from Pemberton to Harrison. And by that time we were pretty hungry, so we stopped at the Old Settler pub for a little bite to eat before we headed to the Whipsaw. Days like today are what adventure riding is all about to me. We mixed it up with lots of dirt roads, some slabs, some turns, pretty much had everything. And now it's time to sit by the campfire, have a cold beer, and talk about tomorrow. There really is something amazing about being on a motorcycle trip, and it's only really known by the people that do them. And it's very hard to explain, but when you get up in the morning and you know that the only thing you have to do today is go out and drive your bike, is an amazingly freeing feeling. So it's been an absolutely fantastic morning, a typical BC wake up. It's foggy and then the sun comes through. Just lets you know your day is going to be awesome. And what Chris and I are talking about here is what direction we want to ride the trail in.
Then we'll see which way is which.
And because last night we made it to Coalmont, it naturally made sense to start from here. And this would start the trail in the counterclockwise direction. And this is an important piece of information because the trail is rideable both ways. So you can ride it clockwise, you can ride it counterclockwise. But there's something to mention in the middle. There's a crux called Falcon Hill. And Falcon Hill is kind of I would say, the more difficult part of the whole ride. It's not that long, but if you didn't have the right tires, had a big bike, you were loaded up, it could completely shut you down from finishing the trail and you'd have to turn back. So because Chris and I had never seen it before, this made sense. With all that being said, the next time I ride this trail, I will do it the other way. I don't think this hill is a deal breaker, but it's always nice to see what is in store, especially when you're riding a 500-pound bike with gear, camp set up, my tent, my sleeping bag, all my stuff's on the back. Tire's pretty wore out, so it was a kind of a safer call.
That was fucking loose.
All right, before we get too carried away, let's get back to the trail. So we're heading up the road that leads to the Whipsaw, and along the road you'll find all these quad trails, double track. We explored some of them, but there were so many that we didn't want to waste any time. We had to drive back to Pemberton today, so we're trying to get on with it and actually get into the trail. It's probably about 10:30 by now. So as you get higher and higher up the mountain, the views become quite spectacular. The road's in really good shape. The first feature we come across is called Lillooet Lake. It's pretty beautiful. For anyone that is looking for a place to camp, Lillooet Lake is a great little spot. There's about 3 sites directly to my right, and there's also an outhouse. In the interest of keeping this video to an acceptable length, I'm going to cut it right here, and I'm going to start video number 2 right where we left off. Part 2 should be out in about a week, so stay tuned, follow the channel, like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the videos. Love to hear your feedback. Hope you guys are having a great riding season. Let's talk soon.